In our previous episodes, we talked about how people used to stay fit and healthy. And today we are going to talk about what they used to eat for good health. The food habits of our ancestors were very different from the kind of food that we eat today. They ate fresh, seasonal, and local food. They knew the right amount of quantity to eat. They did not waste food, and leftovers were rare. For example, wheat was the staple food grain for people living in the plains. Now we have options of different food grains, vegetables, fruits, and other food items throughout the year. Today, wheat and rice are the staple food for most of Indians. Whether they are living in plains or hills, brown rice contains bran, which has lots of nutrients. They used to preserve some vegetables and fruits for the time when they were not available. Now let's see how they used to cook their food. They used earthen pots and karahi for cooking food. They did not use refined oil or sugar for cooking. They used ghee made from their cow's milk. They understood the importance of using the right kind of fuel for cooking. They used firewood to cook their food. They knew that using firewood gave a nice smoky flavor to the food. They also knew that smoke coming out from the chimney prevents the entry of smoke in the house. Today, we have deviated from all these practices. We use pressure cookers and microwave ovens to cook food. We use refined oil and sugar in our cooking. Even the fuel for cooking has changed. Earlier, fuel for cooking was either wood or sometimes coal. Today, we use liquefied petroleum gas or LPG for cooking. All these changes in cooking methods and eating habits have resulted in health problems. So it is high time we understood the importance of going back to traditional food habits. So let us try and incorporate traditional food in our daily diet and live a healthier life. Namaskar. Preservation methods included drying, salting, pickling, and making jams and jellies. Today, we get vegetables and fruits throughout the year. But most of the vegetables and fruits that we eat today are not fresh. They are picked and ripened, are stored using chemicals so that they can be transported and sold far away from where they are produced. Such vegetables and fruits are not nutritious. Moreover, eating fresh food has its own satisfaction and pleasure, which we miss out when we eat processed food. When we eat fresh food, there is an exchange between the producer and the consumer. The producer gets money for his produce, and the consumer gets fresh, nutritious food. But this exchange is lost when we eat processed food. White rice has more carbohydrates and less protein and fiber as compared to brown rice. Millets and pulses together make a complete protein. Millets are deficient in lysine, but pulses are rich in lysine, so when these two are eaten together, they complement each other's protein content. Earlier, bajra and jowar used to be the staple food for people living in the plains. Bajra and jowar are gluten-free and healthier than wheat. They have more fiber and protein content than wheat. Also, these millets are rich in iron, magnesium, calcium, and potassium. These minerals help lower the risk of heart diseases and type 2 diabetes. Millet is also a very good option for people suffering from celiac disease. It is safe for them to consume millet as it does not contain gluten. But this option has not helped us. Rather, it has confused us more as to what to eat and what is good for our health. Rice was staple food for people living in the coastal areas and hilly areas. People ate millet and maize. Food habits also differed according to season. Seasonal vegetables and fruits were consumed as they were available. Our ancestors did not eat processed food, nor did they eat preservatives or added colors and flavors in food. They cooked their meals fresh every day. They did not have refrigerators to store food. Most of the food was produced by them. They ate what they made. If they did not like it, they simply did not eat it. So chances of overeating or eating junk food were almost nil. Today's lifestyles have deviated a lot from the lifestyle our ancestors used to live. We have deviated so much that we don't even know what to eat and what is good for us. Millets include jowar, bajra, ragi, and other such grains. Pulses include all kinds of beans and lentils. They also ate fish if they lived near the coast. Meat was eaten occasionally and only by upper castes. This lack of knowledge about good food has resulted in health issues. To go back to the basics and understand what is right is what we are trying to do in this series. Our ancestors ate millets, pulses, vegetables, fruits, and nuts. Food was mostly prepared using the food that was available locally. Today, with the advancement in science and technology, we have deviated a lot from the food habits of our ancestors. Let's first talk about the food grains. We have deviated a lot from the traditional food grains that our ancestors used to eat. When it comes to rice, brown rice is healthier than white rice. Earlier, our ancestors used to eat fresh vegetables and fruits. So now you know what our ancestors used to eat.